I'm here with the news. Russia has cut off gas supplies to Poland and Bulgaria because they refuse to pay in rubles. This is a blatant attempt by Russia to increase its sphere of influence. It won't work. Poland and Bulgaria will find alternative sources of gas. European countries are determined to end their reliance on Russian gas. And this ranges from the European Union's total import ban on Russian coal to Germany's decision to phase out Russian oil. But beyond Europe, there's another major oil and gas consuming region, and that is South Asia. Major economies like India and China are not closing the door on Russian energy. In fact, they're increasing imports of Russian crude. This comes with some geopolitical baggage. For instance, India has abstained from voting on multiple United Nations resolutions against Russia. What explains India's position? The answer lies in New Delhi's domestic politics. 80% of India's oil companies is owned by the state, so the government can influence what they buy and from where. Having said that, India's total dependence on Russian energy is only around 2%. Natural gas accounts for just 0.2% of India's total energy mix. There is no denying the fact that Russia is an important player in the Indian energy security calculus. Russia is the fourth largest crude supplier to India. It accounts for 16% of India's total crude purchases. But this is not reflected in India's domestic politics. Compare this with the US or the European Union. Their energy security is a bipartisan issue. Both the left and the right are united when it comes to decreasing dependence on Russian energy. But in India, it's different. The Congress is soft on Russia. It was the same during the Soviet era. And this did not change even after the collapse of the US. In 1998, when India conducted nuclear tests, and Russia was the first country to congratulate India. At the same time, the US put India on a list of countries of special concern. That's how the seeds of this divide were sown. Over the years, Congress governments have consistently taken a pro-Russian stance. They've supported Russia in United Nations and elsewhere, but when in power, decisions on defense, purchases, and joint ventures were left to the bureaucrats. The result was this: a growing defense partnership with Russia, but no political relationship to back it up. Today, the BJP government is reaping the benefits of this legacy. India has managed to diversify its arms purchases. Russia is no longer the sole supplier of advanced weaponry. Look at the recent purchase of the S-400 missile system from Russia. The deal was signed during the UPA's tenure, but the BJP government has managed to push through a joint venture with the United States to manufacture the same missile system in India. What about the future? Will India continue buying Russian energy? Technically, there is no reason to stop. There are lucrative deals to be made here. But politics plays a big role in this. And on that front, things are rapidly changing. For starters, India's oil companies are mulling a pivot to alternative suppliers. They're looking at options in West Asia and the United States. Secondly, India's domestic politics is changing. New Delhi's Russia tilt is increasingly becoming a liability. The party's own MPs are speaking out against Russia's invasion. So the question is, how long can this relationship endure?